Hello and welcome to Washington Live. I am your host, Tim Elliot, and we are joined in the studio with our super producer, Nick Steffens.
I forgot to turn my camera on there, so you're just going to have to hear the disembodied voice for now.
All right, I was here actually doing it. So, Nick, good morning.
Good morning. It's kind of it's a gloomy morning to be here, but
it's gloomy, but the temperature's nice, and everybody's ready for whatever's coming our way.
The apocalypse from what people talk about.
Yeah. Something's going to happen at some point today.
Yeah.
And we should be ready for it. Coming up later in the show, we'll be joined by Tom Lyons and Caleb Eicher. They're going to be talking about Lyon's Appliance and what's happening there. But first, let's look at the weather. And as we've already kind of talked about, Nick, warm, 63 degrees and cloudy.
And then chances of winds and hail and
high winds and hail.
That's always a fun mix.
It's never good, but I would say if there was a time for hail, it would be before all crops are put in.
That is a good point.
That's a good thing. I think we need to talk about some local events, and I see one thing on our list, which is April 6th through the 8th. Any businesses that are participating with Main Street, there's an adult Easter egg hunt. I read a little bit about this yesterday, Nick. Mm-hmm. I think the idea is these participating businesses, they'll hide Easter eggs with different discounts in them. And if a shopper finds one of those, they're able to use that discount either then or in the future.
And I think I've even heard there's little shooters of fun little tonics.
That might make me want to take a stroll. But and shopping would be a little more fun with one little adult beverage, I think. Anyway, so that's a good little thing that Main Street's putting on, and we have a lovely downtown. I just love walking the square. Many of you know I've got a deck where I live, and I just like sitting out there, my wife and I, and watch the people go around the square and sit in the park and. Fun place to sit. Weather, local events, police report. There's some good ones in here.
There is some good ones.
But what do we have? 16 traffic violations. There's some harassment. 4 fire calls.
I guess I
must have missed them. So
yeah.
I didn't hear much going on. Some vandalism, some suspicious activity. Not too much of anything else. Some things of interest, however, are somebody called in and said somebody was walking around on their property with a baseball bat. Well, that would probably get a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
And certainly got this one. The police responded and found the person who was chasing some kind of an animal that he thought had rabies.
And he decided to be animal control that day.
He was animal control. He took it upon himself. So thankfully those people are out there, but maybe let your neighbor know you're walking around with a bat. What's another interesting one? Somebody reported their car stolen.
Yeah.
You never want to have your car stolen.
No.
But after further investigation, Nick, they found out that those people actually sold their car.
So do you just forget about it?
And somehow that slipped their mind that they sold the car and truly wasn't sold or wasn't stolen. Somebody in Iowa City felt the need to call in and say, I can't pee.
I wouldn't call that in. I think I'd keep that to myself.
That's a weird problem to have. And I agree, Nick. I think the police is not the person to call for that. I think that's about all there is there. There was somebody that wanted to talk to a captain or a sergeant or somebody high up about somebody had an Instagram post picturing a whole bunch of marijuana and thought maybe
it's a good citizen trying to call it in.
They should call that in and report that. So it doesn't really say if anything was done about that or not, but likely that was addressed as it should have been in one fashion or another. So that's all we have for right now. I think we've got commercial break coming up.
Yep. Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Hey, Emmy, why did the orange lose the race?
Why?
It ran out of juice. That's terrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. Again, I'm your host, Tim Elliot, with the ever popular Nick Steffens in the producer chair.
I don't need to flatter me.
I got to, because you got to make me look okay and sound okay in this, Nick. All right. So we're joined today by Tom Lyons and Caleb Eicher. Tom, most of us know Tom because he's probably worked or delivered an appliance at some point to almost everybody. So, Tom and Caleb, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's learn a little bit about what's going on at Lyons Appliance.
Well, actually, it goes back to a year ago. At that point, Caleb, his dad, and his brother purchased Lyons Appliance. Nothing much has changed because the manager that was there when I was running it is basically still doing the same job. And the Eichers, they have a construction business, so they are fairly busy with that. So we have hired, or Ruth has hired, a repairman, delivery man, and he has caught on really, really well, does a really good job. Pretty much he leaves me in the dust anymore, but I think that's part of an age problem. He's a lot younger than I am.
You probably were looking for a way to slow down, weren't you, Tom?
Yep. I was ready to give up the second floor refrigerator deliveries. So, at any rate, since last April 1st, they've owned the business, and they thought it'd probably be fun to do a 1-year anniversary on April Fool's Day, which will be tomorrow.
Yes.
And it's not a joke.
And
You'll get there in April.
But we're not joking.
Right.
yeah, we are not joking. But tomorrow there'll be an open house from 9 to 11, I believe. Stop in. They've added a couple things that we never sold. They've got the Green Mountain Grill line, and they'll be demonstrating one of them cooking. I think they were cooking bacon on that tomorrow. There'll be other finger foods in that, so stop in and enjoy that.
Very good. Tom, when did Lyons Appliance start? How long have you been in this business?
Well, originally I started working for Masons at True Value, doing their deliveries and repairs. And in 1997, some of the old timers will remember Cedric Guy, who had Guy's Refrigeration. He had started that in 1974, and he got ill, and they needed to sell the business because he just wasn't able to do it anymore. And I wound up, my wife and I wound up buying it, and then we've run it since then. So actually, the business it's been a continuous business now for 48 years, and I'm hoping these guys will be able to take it another generation.
That is awesome, because it's needed.
Well, yeah.
One, we need that.
Yeah.
We need that repairman now.
The business has changed just in the time we've had it. It's gone through some incredible changes, and it's still changing every day. Some are good changes and some aren't, but hopefully we'll figure out a way around all that. So,
I have some more questions for you, Tom, but let's bring Caleb in. Caleb, tell me about your process here and what's your involvement other than you and your family now own Lyon's Appliance.
I think kind of our goal with it now is we don't want to change what Lyons is. Like when we bought it, we don't want to change it. We're going to try to keep it as much as Tom has run it and Ruth. And so the focus is to keep the manager the same, Tom's been helping out and he's been training our new guy. And like he said, like Aaron's done a really good job. And I think there was an appliance, just going to brag on Aaron a little bit, there's an appliance convention or something they went to, and there was a competition where they had to fix an appliance in a certain amount of time, and he, I think, got first place in that. So.
But still did it correctly.
Yeah.
Very good.
So our goal is to kind of just keep lines the same. I know when if a business gets new ownership, a lot of times if you change everything right away, like people are like, no, wait a minute, like what's going on here? And our goal is not to just change Lyons and everything that it does. Although we did add the Green Mountain Girl smokers, and then we also have a Serta line mattresses inside. So it's not, but the appliance store is still the same.
You're kind of taking
That's a
the
goal.
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
So I think that makes perfect sense. And Tom, you and I have worked together throughout the years on various stuff, and always very good service. Tom, when we went through the pandemic, there was an awful lot of problems about supply issues. Did you have that same problem going through that? Were you able to keep product?
The pandemic was horrible, and not just for us. It was on every level for everybody. The supply lines were gone for new appliances. Supply lines inventory on parts went to zero for a lot of things. We were able to we did have the showroom closed for, I don't know if it was several weeks or a month. But I considered myself as one of the people that had to stay working, so we never did quit taking service calls, and I did work through all that time.
Well, things still break during all that,
Oh,
too.
yeah. No,
So-
we were able to at least keep people up and running. And slowly, things have changed. Parts are a little more available. Appliances are still not. I mean, if you need something, we can get something that will work for you. But just yesterday, even, I had a refrigerator that died, and it's a certain size hole. And none of the manufacturers have started up the lines with that particular size box yet. So somehow we're going to have to change the hole, or that's kind conversation I'll have with the customer this afternoon as to what they want to do.
What, are the manufacturers telling you anything, like when they expect to be back in full production?
No. Yeah, they are. Basically, if we want to order a certain thing, we look at their warehouse, and if it's zero inventory, a lot of times there'll be an estimated date.
No.
I know we did have one customer that got really upset because after a year we still hadn't gotten
My
a
goodness.
new stove in for her. And she said, go ahead and cancel it. She'll just get it somewhere else. Well, we were smart enough not to cancel it because 2 months later they said it was available. And the place she had gone to the next time still didn't have it. So
They were in the same boat as you.
they were in the same boat as we were. So we did get that sale, but things are a lot better than usually we can get something that will satisfy the customer.
Yeah, it seems odd to me that after all this time, the manufacturers haven't ramped up. But maybe they're still in short supply of
Well,
the
the
parts.
things that they're running into are employee shortages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the employment rate is down to 2 point something in Iowa,
Yeah, 2.9, I think.
but in up at the Amanas, where Whirlpool has their factory, it's the old Amana refrigeration plant is now Whirlpool. I know they're looking for help because they have not restarted all the lines that they shut down during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Affected
just
everybody.
it's affected everybody.
Yeah. Well, I hope that continues to rebound. And
Oh yeah, no,
So
it's coming around, but it's slow.
Yeah. Caleb, so you brought in a couple new products. Can you share anything else that you're thinking that you might expand to as far as new products?
Right now, we're not wanting to do too much because our floor space isn't very big. We have everything tucked in there. If you go to the showroom, we're trying to make the best use of the space that we have. Mm-hmm. So right now, we're not doing too much other stuff. Just, I guess our focus is our customer service. We want to keep customer service, like Tom had mentioned about that stove. It's hard to sometimes always get customer service if we have our hands tied with the supply line. We're going to still do our best to get what we need to get to make that happen. Mm-hmm. Right now, I guess with the different things we're looking into, is the smokers and mattresses for now, and that's pretty much maxed out our floor space. If in the future we do expand our building or anything like that, then we would possibly look into some other options.
Mm-hmm.
But right now,
I don't want to give away any
don't want to do
secrets.
too much stuff.
Yeah, understand. Okay, I think this is a good time for a break, Nick, and we'll take this commercial break and be back with Tom and Caleb after the break.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September or so and says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
Welcome back to Washington Live. I am your host, Tim Elliot, and we are powered by KCTC, the local internet provider here in town. Also, we have Nick sitting in the producer chair. Nick, you the man.
Thank you.
We are joined, if you're just now joining us, we're joined by Tom Lyons and Caleb Iger. They have some exciting news that, well, it's old news to them, but new to some of us, most of us, that because Tom has sold his business to the Iker family, and but you wouldn't know it because everything's kind of remained the same. And so I congratulate you on that easy transition. It's nice to know that, Tom, you have to feel pretty good that it's in good hands, and and you're still there.
Yeah,
probably day to day at this point.
I usually work at least through the mornings and sometimes into the afternoon if Aaron needs me.
Mm-hmm. So after 25 years, Tom decided he wants to slow down a bit, I suspect, and maybe do some traveling.
We have done a little bit over spring break from the school. Made a loop through Nebraska, Colorado, and Kansas. Spent the week visiting friends and relatives. That was fun.
There is plenty of lovely scenery out that way, even though Nebraska, parts of that can be kind of not so fun. But
it's pretty flat.
But interesting places. I do want to mention again that you're basically, Caleb, you're having an open house, which is about your 1-year anniversary of your ownership. Yeah. And that is tomorrow, April 1st, otherwise known as April Fool's Day. Yet this is not a joke. You are having this between 9 and 11.
Yes.
You're going to showcase...
pretty much whatever our showroom is going to be open. We're going to maybe hit on the smokers. We're going to be doing some bacon. Just kind of see how that... it's 9/11, so can't really do lunch, can't really do steaks. Yeah, I mean, guess you could do steaks, but we're going to do some bacon because it's kind of like a breakfast. We'll have pastries.
Everything's better with bacon, Caleb.
Yeah,
everything.
Everything. And we're doing... I guess I should doing a drawing. I think it's drawing for a Serta mattress. I should have done my research on this one first. I think we're doing a drawing for a Serta mattress, and then the proceeds for the donation for the tickets, it goes to hospice. If I'm correct on that.
Okay.
So come donate, get a mattress. It's a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's hope this weather, which is still nice for right now as far as we can tell, but let's hope this weather passes through quickly with little or no damage, and you're able to have your open house without any interruptions from weather or damages or anything like that. Hopefully. Well, Tom and Caleb, I really appreciate coming in and sharing your stories. Please go out if you're out and about tomorrow. Stop by Lyon's Appliance out on the west end of town and greet Caleb and the family, and probably Tom, you'll be there as well.
Yep.
So familiar faces, new faces, and say hello and enjoy the open house. Thanks very much, guys, for coming in.
Thank you.
We're not quite done with you though, because we have some national days. What did I do with that? Here it is. Nick, they have a national day for everything.
They do.
National Tater Day.
Just have some taters.
Is today.
In any shape or form. Mash.
Tater tots.
Tater tots.
It doesn't really say.
Fry them, slice them, anything.
Just any kind of tater.
Any tater.
Did anybody else know there was a National Tater Day?
That one slipped by me.
Yep. Yep. I had no clue. So everybody, please find a tater and enjoy it on this national day.
Preferably cooked. Don't just eat it.
Instead of eating raw.
Although when I was a kid, Mom used to, cut up the potatoes for mashed potatoes, and I would want to eat them raw.
Oh,
They were kind of good. Tom, I'll bet you ate them raw.
No, I
Okay, it was just me.
strictly cooked.
Just me. All right, we do have some famous birthdays today.
yep. Are you ready to do some guessing?
Let's do that.
Okay, so I'm going to put a celebrity whose birthday is today on the screen. You have to guess their age. You guys can play as a team representing Lions. You get a trophy.
Wow.
If you beat me, you will earn this fine trophy.
So you get to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you get it right on, you get 2 points. First up is Ewan McGregor, who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars movies.
I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to go first on this one. And I think that Mr. McGregor, who I really don't know who he is, but he does have a little dusty beard, so I'm going to say he's about 39.
Is it a combined guess, or can we both guess too?
You guys can both guess.
Oh, that's not fair, Nick.
I'll go with 38.
I'm going 45. I don't know who it is either.
He's actually 52. He's aging tremendously.
I'll be darned.
So
That's a win for me because I'm up against it here, Nick. I think I should get some help.
well, you know this one, Christopher Walken.
You need more cowball.
Yep.
I wish I could do a Christopher Walken.
I was going to ask, can you do a Christopher Walken impression?
In my head, I probably can, but he is most famous in my world for his cowboy sketch
Yes.
on Saturday Night Live. That was beyond funny.
That was a long time ago.
Caleb, it's your turn to go first.
I'm writing a number.
I'm
down.
going 65.
72.
Tom, that's what I was going to say. So now I'm going to go 73.
He's 80. So still no points going into the next two. Where's the... We have Angus Young. Angus King's a senator. Angus Young from AC/DC.
One of my favorite bands as a kid was AC/DC.
So
I just loved them.
you should have the advantage on this one.
But that, I can sing his songs, but I can't tell you how old he is. But I'm going to say he should be 74. And I don't think that's a recent picture, is it, Nick?
It was hard to find a recent one. He's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Because I was not finding recent photos.
Okay. I think he's alive.
He's in hiding.
I'm saying 74.
79.
76. Right in the middle.
He is 68. So still no points going into the final.
You're doing a good job of stumping us all. Thank you.
The final celebrity is Brian Tyree Henry, kind of a newer actor, more recently became famous.
What's he in? You don't know.
He became famous on the TV show Atlanta on FX. He was in the new movie Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Oh. Okay.
Still not ringing any bells?
Oh, I just apparently not.
32.
Tom, I get the feeling you want this over with. I want the trophy, so I'm really gonna pay attention here.
I'm going to do 40.
I was old enough. 37.
Caleb wins with a whopping score of 1. He is 41.
Caleb, congratulations on this,
Good job.
this huge battle we had for the birthdays.
Hey,
I can
25% is not a bad shooting percentage. If you're in baseball,
250 is okay.
That's okay.
I can see I'm going to have to do a lot more work and research on people's birthdays before I come in next week.
Well, not too much research. You can't be cheating.
Okay. Well, you can always pick somebody I didn't research.
That's
but
true.
I got to get up to date. I am 0 for 2 in this, but Caleb, congratulations on your win. And thanks again, Tom and Caleb, for coming in. I enjoyed our time, and thank you all for tuning in. Anything else we need to take care of, Nick?
Just be safe with the weather, I guess,
Yeah.
is kind of the
keep your
Everything safe.
eyes on the skies. Thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to meeting Monday at the same time.